Although there has been no rain for a while, one of the Baker trucks is now in use. It's not the one that you might think. It's the one in the middle of the action, next to the never-ending puddle. Well, that makes sense. The stormwater vault looks like it is nearly ready for its big pour. It was a busy day. The photo shows the area in the middle, south of the classrooms building, getting leveled out. Physical education will be located there. The dirt was dumped in the vicinity of the old pond. It looks more and more like a big pour at the stormwater vault any day now. The area used to store all the items that go into the building of a middle school keeps getting larger. The first photo shows the current size of the store. I would not have guessed this much. The second shows the one use of the big crane to remove a large precast concrete block from the flatbed to gently drop it into a hole dug a day or so ago. Before doing this job, the block and tackle part of the crane had to be reconfigured to add more loops and strands of very strong cable. The picture shows the new lift point on the crane. There's no need to attach at the very end, top point. The vault has metal spacers added to the top of the forms to hold the walls in place and maintain their dimensions during the pour. The anticipated pour happened this morning. It started in what I used to call the Grand Canyon area. This is to be the PE area. The boom, Ralph Concrete, later was moved up to the north classroom area for a pour there, most likely foundations. Two different concrete companies are supplying the concrete, Cal Portland and Cadman. A small, bright red truck showed up this afternoon. At first I thought it was part of a fire engine brigade, but no, just a very small Graham Washington equipment repair vehicle. Once again, I saw a double dump truck leave the site full after coming in empty. My bet is that sometime, somewhere, they will want to get that dirt back. The first photo shows how only a cherry picker can do some jobs. I don't know what the worker is doing, but it's on the east-west retaining wall. Eventually, the ramp will be removed. The second shows the removal of one of 17 panels or forms from the foundation walls in the PE area. It was poured yesterday. The last photo is of a handler handling 6 of the 17 panels or forms. He's taking them to a temporary storage area by the soon-to-be stormwater storage vault to be reused later. It's Friday, and it's time to go home. Normally, the heavy equipment starts turning off about 5 and it's all turned off by 5:30. Well, it is earlier than that now and the gate is about to close. The first picture is for fun. What's it look like to be carrying around 2 culvert pipes? The red generator adds a shot of color. The second photo illustrates a question. If the tar-like stuff that they paint on the fresh new concrete, A, to prevent rainwater seepage goes on the outside of the wall foundation as you would think it would, then why is it seemingly on the inside at B and C? D is just to point out 2 doors or some kind of opening. The third photo shows an almost full Baker tank. If it were for me to say, I would be tempted to spray that water on the site as needed to keep the dust down. It's Saturday. Not that much going on today. The biggest happening was the water tank truck did exactly as I was suggesting yesterday. The Baker tank was full to the brim. So first thing, the water truck backed up close to the Baker tank and the driver rolled out his blue hose and proceeded to start emptying the Baker tank. When his truck was full, he then drove all over the construction site, spraying most everything. When he finished, he went back to the Baker tank and repeated the process. Most deliveries arrive in the morning. This morning, a flatbed came with more manholes, precast access spaces for a workman to squeeze through. Sitting in the hardware store are about 20 manhole covers, some new, some rusty. See the picture. Note the tight fit of trucks and equipment. After a lot of hard work, a column of rebar was raised and moved into its assigned spot. See the arrow. What's wrong with this picture? The good news is it didn't stay that way for long. The tubifor protection for the cable or hose was removed along with the cable or hose. When pouring from the cement truck mixer trucks, the operators often pound on the chute. It reminded me of a toddler pounding on a pound board or bench. Maybe it's like the real need to jiggle the concrete going into a big foundation block to get rid of any bubbles and to keep it moving. The water tank truck kept busy most all day.